Hi, welcome to another edition of Excel Help. Today I want to talk about cell addresses and how we can use them to our advantage to make our lives easier. So let's say, for example, you want to do the first 10 data points of something. So perhaps column A is going to be data number. Now, you want to type in cells 2 through 11, you're going to type 1 through 10. Now, you could do that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so forth. But that is actually a big pain in the neck, so I don't want to do that. What I can do is do 1, 2, highlight both of them. Now notice this green box right there in the lower right-hand corner. If I grab that green box, I hold down my cursor and I keep holding it down and I slide. See the number in the little box to the right? I go down until it says 10. I let go. There it is. Okay, so that's called fill down. It's a very useful thing. I could actually make them all ones if I wanted to. You just have to make sure Excel knows what it is you want. So this time I'm going to type 2 ones and I'm going to fill down. And sure enough, they all fill up with ones. So Excel has to know what I want, and then once it establishes the pattern, fill down works nicely. Fill across actually works too, so I could still grab that corner and slide over. Works beautifully. Let me clear that contents. If I grab this guy, grab my corner and slide, I'm just repeating myself. Now, suppose we're going to do some math. Let's say I have 2 columns of data here. Alright, so let's say I have 2 columns of data. I've got a length, I've got a width. I want an area. So, area we know is length times width, so I can do equals length, and you'll notice I'm not typing in the actual length, I'm typing in the cell number, B2, or clicking on it, it's the same thing. Now an asterisk, now I'm going to click on cell C2, so I'm telling it to multiply B2 times C2, and I hit enter, and sure enough, there is the multiplication. Now I want to do it for all this data, so I can again do a fill down. So once again, I'm going to grab this corner, and I'm going to drag down, and it has found the area of the whole thing. So you'll notice B2 times C2 is here, but over here in cell D3, it has changed it from B3 to C3. Here it's B4 times C4, and so on and so forth. Okay, so as I fill down, it's anticipating that I want to change the cell number, and it does that for me automatically. And then I could do it across also. Let's say I'm going to find an average. So equals average. Here's this data. So average parentheses B2 colon B11, close parentheses, enter. That's the average of this column of data. But once again, I've got this green square that I can grab and slide over. And you'll notice it changed it. Now it's an average of C2 and C11 instead of an average of B2 to B11. And this one here is an average of D2 to D11. So as I go across, it changes. So going across changes the letter. Going down changes the number. But maybe I don't want that to change. How do I do that? Let's say I want some other area where the length here stays at 3.78, and then I multiply by all these different widths. So here, I can do this times this again, same answer, but if I want to fill down, it's going to change B2, B3, C3, B4, C4 like it always does. So in order to keep something the same, I use a dollar sign. So a dollar sign just in front of that B means as I fill any way, shape, or form, it's going to stay a B, which down it will, but let me show you across. Now it went B2 times D2, changed B2C2 to B2D2 because it kept the B where I wanted it. If I put a dollar sign here, now I have a dollar sign in front of the B and the 2. Now, every time I fill down, it's leaving B2 exactly where it is and changing just the C. So we're doing 3.78 times 4.67, 5.11, and so forth. So these dollar signs are very, very useful. So a dollar sign in front of the B keeps the B. The dollar sign in front of the 2 keeps the 2. Dollar sign in both keeps both.